Okay, hi, I'm back. It's week 7 of doing this. Yeah, it is kind of funny that I took like 3 years off of doing videos, and in those 3 years was like the most I've ever done in my whole life, and I didn't record any videos because I was doing stuff. And now that I'm not doing anything, I'm making videos, so there's not much to talk about, but yeah, the past week went about the same. Wednesday, I did therapy again, and it was really hard again. Same reasons as before. Where, yeah, I just put a lot of weight on it, and I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I mean, it's hard. It does feel like I am going to the therapist, and I'm just kind of being like, what do I do with my life? And just laying that on them. And then what are they supposed to say? Like, I can't live your life for you. You gotta figure it out. Because they can help me with depression and stuff, but there are days like yesterday where I felt decent. Like, I didn't actively feel depressed. But then I am just sitting here by myself, and I guess that's still depression, but it's like, yeah, I mean, I didn't really have that many notes. Maybe this is something I could just try to figure out right now and ask you guys, because, like, I got a couple comments on my last video, and they were both really nice. The one I got today was helpful. I mean, they were both helpful, but the one I got today I was thinking about, because I just responded right, like, 10 minutes ago. So I just mean to say that because, I don't know, maybe you guys can help me. You're pretty smart. You guys are pretty smart out there. So yeah, just want to try to describe that feeling. Yeah, I mean, what was coming up when I was journaling this week, the idea of purpose and meaning, which I'm sure 5 years ago I've talked about on this channel too. I really felt like I had a purpose. I don't know if I felt it that way, but once I identified, like, I have social anxiety disorder, and I started going to therapy for it, then I had this purpose in my life, like this motivation to beat this thing that I had. I finally had a driving force in my life. I'd never really been able to get something like that in my life. Yeah, I mean, all the other obvious stuff that you're supposed to find purpose in, like a job or religion or connection to people, like, that never worked with me. But then once I had that purpose of beating social anxiety, then I could feel like my life had a meaning or something to beat this thing. Yeah, I mean, it is like a movie. It's like Rocky or something. Like, I don't know. Rocky's maybe a bad example. It just came to mind. I don't know it that well, but, like, the beginning of the movie, he's like a sad boxer, and, like, he doesn't have a purpose, but then he creates this purpose of, like, having to do a fight. I don't remember the movie at all. So then he's, like, training, and he's like, I'm gonna get better, and I'm gonna get ready and beat this boxer guy. And then at the end, he wins, and he feels better. And then what does he do in Rocky 2? I'm sure between Rocky 1 and Rocky 2, or maybe even in Rocky 2, he's like, oh, I had this purpose and now it's over. Well, let's do another fight. That's my purpose, is to keep fighting. And then his purpose in Rocky 4 is to, like, end communism or something. I haven't seen the movies in a while. I don't know. Does Rocky win in Rocky 1? Okay, yeah. In Rocky 1, this is so dumb. In Rocky 1, he doesn't win. That's the whole point of the movie. But his purpose was to, like, prove to himself that he could fight against the champion or whatever. I don't know. This is just a side tangent, and I don't know if anybody else relates to this, but I feel like I've been having a hard time, like, when I do these videos and when I'm in therapy, I'm having a hard time accessing, like, my thoughts and just, like, being able to concentrate. I don't know if that's, like, a symptom of depression or how I'm feeling. Even, like, when I'm in therapy, especially when there's somebody else sitting there, I'm just like, I have to close my eyes sometimes and be like, focus. And then a lot of the times I'm like, I don't know what I was saying. So I was just being kind of self-conscious talking here and being like, I'm not doing a good job talking today. I just feel like I don't know. The phrase that comes to mind is like I have a hard time accessing my thoughts. I just feel like I don't have motivation to like even access my thoughts. I'm like, what's the point of like this is dumb and my stupid thoughts are dumb and this is a dumb point. I don't know. I think that's it. And so the depression is making me kind of like a little bit hard to communicate, I think. That's why I was so depressed after therapy every week, is because I'm like, I wasn't able to explain what's wrong, so she doesn't know, so she can't help me. You just need to explain it better. But I know that's a dumb way of thinking. Like, even if you explained it perfectly, you wouldn't be able to feel better. But we're going to try with Rocky. A movie that I didn't even remember the ending. I thought he won in the first one. Obviously he doesn't. And that's why it's the good one, and the other ones he does win, and it's kind of dumb. Yeah, the whole point is just that I had this purpose to beat social anxiety, and now it's gone. I don't have social anxiety anymore, but I've lost my purpose. Like, what am I... I did feel like the last year with my ex, I was trying to like transfer the purpose to her, right? And be like, this is my purpose, to be with this person and to build a life here. And so maybe also that's like, that purpose was gone too. And that's why I was like feeling compelled to like make a purpose around depression, and then also pulling back from that, because I'm like, well, don't make your purpose about a mental disorder, right? Don't make your purpose, I'm going to beat depression. And then you beat depression, and then you're like, oh, okay, now what? So maybe all that was to say is like, is that the best way to describe how I'm feeling yesterday when I'm not depressed and I'm sitting on the couch, but I still don't feel good? I'm not like, I mean, I yesterday I did kind of feel good because like it was Friday. I didn't have to go to work. I got McDonald's. I ran. So I was like, I got a really big cheeseburger. I was like really hungry. And so I did maybe feel kind of good, but I don't want to tell people about it because I don't want people to think that like this is what I want. I don't know. I guess that's what I mean. Like, I don't want my purpose to be coming home on Friday night and eating a cheeseburger and watching TV. That's why it doesn't like feel good to say that like I was happy yesterday. I don't want to tell my therapist or my parents when I talk to them like, oh, I had a good day on Friday, because it was dumb. I came home and I ate a cheeseburger. That's not good. It's good that I didn't want to kill myself yesterday like I did on Wednesday, but it's not, I don't know. So yeah, I think in there somewhere is the point. I don't know. Write down everything I said and put it into ChatGPT and tell him to summarize my thoughts. That's probably better than whatever I was saying. Just replace me with AI. Yeah, one of the videos I did a long time ago, one of the first vlog videos, is probably like 5 years ago. I think about it a lot because I think about me saying like, what is the point of anything? Why is anybody doing anything? I don't understand. And that's just me struggling like with meaning my whole life. Like, I don't know really why to do anything. I don't have a driving thing. A lot of that has to do with like my inability to connect with people, because that's mostly how you find meaning, I'm sure, is like through other people. Even if like you really like knitting, like, are you just gonna knit by yourself all the time, or is it like, well, I kind of like sharing my knitting with people and talking about knitting or whatever, and that's your meaning. And the connection is the big piece of it. But I've always struggled with connection, and that's just what I'm trying to figure out in therapy. I was like, so, and she's doing a good job with that, because with what I'm giving her, which is, it's hard. Like, when I go to the therapist, I'm like, I don't know how to connect with people, and I don't know how to be comfortable or be myself or whatever. And she's like, we drilled down on it and just talked about this past week trying not to put too much pressure on connection, and that's what I'm doing. I'm saying, I'm going into an interaction and being like, subconsciously, like, I really want to connect with this person, like, a lot. And then that putting all that weight on the connection like takes a lot of energy, and then at the end we're not best friends, so it's like, oh, well, that connection wasn't great, and I put so much effort into it, so the next time I want to go into connection, it's like, oh, it's going to be so much effort, and I don't want to do it. So she's like, just try to take the expectation away from connection, which I guess I'm trying to do, but I don't know if it's going to help. It's not ideal, but ideal. It's not ideal, but ideal. It's not ideal, but ideal. That's my life motto. It's not ideal, but ideal. So I guarantee there will at least be one more week of depression vlogs. Week 8, 2 months. But yeah, that was the thing that one of the comments made me happy today. They were like, each time maybe you get into this dark place, maybe it's a little bit easier next time to get out. And I was like, well, I was in a dark place for like 15 years, and now it's only been like a few months, so it's not as long, and maybe it won't be as long as 15 years this time, probably, so that's good. Okay, yeah, if you want to comment about anything, I don't know. The comments make me happy, so your good deed for the day will be commenting and making me happy. That's it. Yeah, let me know how you're doing. Hope you're doing okay out there in the internet, people. And, okay, smell you later. Bye.